Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge interior wall sconce called the Forge Leaf on 2 panels. This is the 25122. So quick thing, there's going to be a left version and a right version. You'll be able to see that easily. People will use this flanking a mirror in a bathroom, paintings in a dining room, fireplace, that kind of thing. So it's a really beautiful fixture. You can actually point this down too. It's reversible. People have done that. Most people are going to have it pointed up, but there you go. So let's get into some details on this. It's 14 inches overall height from the bottom of the fixture to the very top, 7 inches wide. Projection from the wall out is 6 1/4 inches, and then the back plate on this is 7 inches by 4.5. Mounting height is 5.6 inches from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your electrical outlet box. Great way for you to see a lot of these details is to look at the install sheets. These are the papers that are going to be in the box when you get this, and how we look at those right now is, if you're on the page for this on HandmadeInVermont.com, look over on the right hand side of the page, midway down. You're going to see some red hyperlinks and just red type. And one of those is going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So click on that for me, open it up. Like I said, those are the install sheets. It's going to show you a lot of details. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you some of the things that are going to come with this, including this tool, which is going to help you put the glass on, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. It's going to show you how the back plate setup is and how it's going to go on your junction box. And those are pretty important things. Take advantage of that if you can for me, okay? Moving on, let's talk about glass on this. It's going to be using Hubbardton Forge's opal glass. So opal is just a beautiful soft white glass, and a lot of people think it's just white glass. It's more than that. When you look at this really closely, you can see there are layers of glass. So what they do is basically they hand blow a very beautiful clear piece of glass. Then they blow in a white piece of glass on the inside. They come back after that and they sandblast the whole thing. So it's just a really soft white, really, really pretty. Excuse me. It's also opaque, so you're not going to be able to see through it, but a lot of light will come out of it. Moving on from there, let's talk about how it does go onto the socket. So Hubbardton Forge is going to be using a excuse me, threaded medium base socket for this, okay? Porcelain socket. It's going to take just a regular screw-in bulb. We'll go over the bulbs in a second. You'll notice this is going to come with a retaining ring, this guy right here. So this just screws over the socket. See how it goes over like that? And it's the tool I talked about a second ago is going to have a flared end on it, which will accept this. So basically what you do is you take, what I do anyway, I'll take the piece of glass, I'll just gently lower it over that. I'll come back after that and I'll bring it over the fixture, over this socket, so the socket's going to go over like that. And then I'm just going to use the tool as a proxy for my hand and slowly screw that retaining ring down over the socket, which retains it to the fixture. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. When you're done, the little retaining ring will be on the fixture, the glass will be on. You'll take this tool and put it into some junk drawer in your kitchen and forget about it. Just don't lose this. So just throw it in there and make it go away. Okay? So that kind of covers that. Let's go into light bulbs, which is pretty important on a lot of these things. You can use an incandescent if you guys want to. Some of you guys are still using these older incandescents. You're limited for 100 watts max if you do this, okay? But a lot of you guys are also using LEDs, and here are some cool spiffy LEDs that are available out in the world. This is just a regular LED. This is a phosphorus LED. These are A19 bulbs, which is the kind of the same size as a regular incandescent we all grew up with. That's the incandescent guy. There are some of you that may want to get a ton of light out of this, because you can use these in like hospitality situations. People will use these in doctors' offices and restaurants. This piece of glass will actually accept. This is an A21. This is a big bulb. So this is an A19. You'll see the difference in the sizes. This is the one that you're going to have most of your life. This is just a specialty, a little bit larger. You can find this up to 100 watts equivalent. You can find this up to 150 watt equivalent. So just remember that. This will fit in there. The top of this is going to get pretty close to the top of the glass. It's going to be kind of right around there. So, there's a slight chance if you have this mounted low enough, you might just see the little tip of this. But other than that, just use the A19, which you can find in any hardware store, and you can choose your color temperature. Remember that for LEDs. It's also a dimmable fixture. If you want to do that, buy a dimmable bulb. When you buy your bulbs and you talk about the color temperature, This light coming down on my hands is 3,000 Kelvin. This is that warmer light. It's almost the same kind of warmth as an incandescent bulb that we all grew up with. If you guys want the cooler, whiter light, that's going to be called daylight or full spectrum sometimes. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. This nice warm light is going to be 3,000 Kelvin. It'll tell you on the box when you buy it. It'll tell you if it's dimmable. It'll tell you on Amazon or any website you're on what the case is as far as the color temperature. But keep an eye on that. It's just something you guys want to know about, okay? Let's talk about metal finishes on this. If you are on our site, there's a finishes help guide in the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen. When you're done with this video, come back over to that and check it out. Open it up. There's going to be a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they look on different types of forging. Right under the video, there's a chart. So scroll down to the chart, you'll see that. It'll have all the finishes, metal finishes this comes in, and also little details on that. You'll notice some pictures have letter A on them, some pictures have letter B on them. That's the difference between heavy forging and not heavy forging, talked about in the video, so watch that video. When you're done, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot of different samples of Hubbardton forged fixtures in that finish, so check that out too. And as a little side note, you know, the leaf on this, that hand forged leaf, is actually done by one guy at Hubbardton Forge who's been doing it for more than 20 years. He is now teaching his son how to do that, so it's kind of like passing on a lot of craftsmanship. Okay, so after that, we have this on display in our showroom. I think it's in bronze with opal glass. It's on the first floor. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors, and we're in this amazing historic mill building in Vermont. You should check it out. It's all marble. We have a what's on display page on our website. It's back in the red tabs over there, so open that up and you'll see what's here. We also have a clearance center, and clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It returns discontinued things in showroom samples. It's an amazing deal for you. You got to come here to use it. If you're going to visit us, do a lot of things. Measure everything you can think of to measure with a measuring tape. So measure maybe if you're doing this kind of sconce, measure the distance from the junction box, like to the ceiling, junction box to the floor. Measure distances between junction boxes over kitchen islands if you're coming to do pendants. Measure the island, measure the tables, all that good stuff. And bring a good size SUV, because the boxes tend to be on the larger side, and you'll want to take something home. And if you guys have an iPad laying around, take pictures with the iPad and bring that too, so we can kind of check out and see what project you're doing and give you some tips, okay? When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. Nobody else does that. Some larger items, and that's going to be big things on pallets, and custom items are non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for the fixture or item if that is the case, so just take notice of those kind of things. We also offer a rush program. So Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock anything. Their normal lead time is 3 to 4 weeks out the door. That's how you're going to get all these finishes to play with. We can cut that time in half, and it's really inexpensive. If you want to know more, just drop a quick email to me at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. We spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call 802-446-2400 and talk to me. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 to 6 Eastern. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6, and we would love to see you. Okay? Thanks for stopping in. Have a great day. Bye-bye.